It is time to bring in Ruth Epstein from the Republican American. Ruth covers our area for the Republican American, and you can find her stories online at rep-am.com or the old-fashioned way in the paper. Good morning, Ruth.
Good morning, Marshall. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Ruth.
Another Monday. Man, these come quickly.
They come quickly, but I have to say the story you have in the Republican American this morning is going to turn into a barn fire because it is a story on Sharon Center School. And people, by the way, can see the video from that Board of Education meeting at our website and also our Vimeo site. Just go to CATV6, click on the Vimeo link, and you'll find the Sharon Center School Board of Education meeting.
Right.
A couple of really blockbuster things out of that meeting.
Well, it was, Principal Karen Manning was forthcoming and saying she wished she had better news, but the results of the Smarter Balanced tests were not very good, and she gave a detailed report, and the board was concerned, and the administration says it's working. Both local and central office administration said they'll be working on bringing up those scores. These are given to kids in 3rd through 8th grade in math and language arts, and some of the issue is the smallness of the population, because Sharon Center has really, enrollment has declined, and one score can skew it, but nonetheless they are not very good.
Well, there's a reason why there's several reasons why the Sharon Center School population has declined. It's the population, but also people are sending their kids to private schools, and
yes.
There's a reaon.
Yeah, well, we're seeing that in many of the schools in the area.
But if you read your article, the thing, and if you watch the TV on a TV, it goes from one excuse to another excuse to another excuse. I was saying to people, it almost sounds like in the Blues Brothers, John Belushi when he was caught in the tunnel. I lost my tux. I got hit by a car.
How about you could just say, how about the Crown Prince?
Yeah,
it's like, it sounds like something. This.
Just.
This happened.
And there's reasons why this has happened, and you can try to narrow it down by saying, well, we have a small school amount, so the percentages seem higher. Numbers don't lie. That's all you can say.
Well, yeah. I mean, the percentages were low, and what can you say? They are going to try to do intervention and remediation, and
how about going back to
teaching?
Happens. How about going back to teaching the way they did it before Pam Boulder came in? I'm sorry, I hate to say that, but it's just in the last 2.5, 3 years that we've noticed this drastic decline, and it's not. Hey, the teachers have been there for a while. It's not the teachers.
No, teachers are trying very hard. There was a program before that. Heather Matthews gave a nice presentation about the summer slide program they did, trying to get kids to make sure they maintain their reading programs over the summer, and there's a lot of good programs, but this was not one of them. So it'll be interesting to see how the other schools fare. This is the only school I've seen so far that's given a detailed explanation. I don't know about whether the other schools will do that as well.
All right. So what else can you tell us about here, Ruth?
What else you want to know, Marshall? We had an interesting week. Back on the Sharon Board of Ed, they have decided to keep the consent agenda. So 3 of the 7 schools have decided to bag it, feeling it wasn't open and transparent enough. Chairman Doug Cahill did bring up the matter and said, there are concerns, but they will make sure to keep everything open that needs to be open.
I'm sorry, Doug. I love you, Doug. He's a great guy, and I appreciate his service. But by saying just because it's up on a website, people, it should be more transparent than just being up on a website.
Yeah, I have questions about people who don't have computers. Who want to know about these things.
When you posted it, public posting, it should be a public posting of everything you're going to do. But that's my opinion. Dougie's a great guy, and I appreciate everybody that goes for the Board of Education.
Absolutely, but this idea that you can bring it back up if you'd like, or sometimes board members just don't think quick enough, or you just hits them pretty quickly, and Or and as Doug said, something like a resignation or a hiring should certainly be talked about and voted on separately, and that has happened in some of the other boards that have not. And all of a sudden, you say, well, "What happened?" So there are concerns about this format. Anyway, we had a busy weekend. We were at the Newcomers Tea in Cornwall, which is always fun, and the Sharon Hotchkiss Library Gala was just amazing. I got to see Weatherstone, a beautiful, beautiful party, and Jasper Johns at the last moment donated a painting, a lithograph actually, and it went on the auction block, and it was a very successful evening for the Hotchkiss Library, which was lovely. Looking ahead, we have Salisbury Board of Education tonight, and they're giving a tour of the renovation at 5:00 to people who want to come and see what was done in their overall renovation plan, which dealt with some interior stuff and the parking lot. And on Wednesday, we have ABC. Wednesday at, I think it's at 7 in the central office. And then on the weekend, Drug Take Back on Saturday at Kent Town Hall and at the Troop in Canaan. And there's a talk on paper at Noble Horizons at 2 p.m. by somebody from the Crane family. And on this Sunday, we have the Pumpkin Run down here in Kent.
So a lot going on this week.
And we certainly had a huge crowd for Gilmore Girls in Kent. It was a real...
I know. I came up through Kent yesterday, and I said, I wish I didn't, because you would have thought it was a street in New York City.
One of your fans, Mrs. Gannett, was down there, and she's like, "Oh my God, what happened?"
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Is she here? Yeah. It was quite the scene, but it's amazing. By 7:00, Kent was quiet once again, but it was booming this weekend. So.
It was. All right, Ruth, we'll speak to you next week.
Okay, onward and upward, guys.
All right, take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Ruth Epstein from the Republican American here on Robin Hood Radio. You can find all her stories at the website, rep-am.com.